Today's report is big, and it could spell major legal trouble for New York Attorney General Letitia James.
Intelligence sources today out of New York, Eric, that subpoenas have gone out to mortgage companies, insurance companies, and title companies regarding Tish James. Subpoenas have been sent out now to the companies that brought them in under oath to go before a grand jury. So there's movement, is what the story is I just got last night.
Federal investigators have reportedly issued subpoenas to several mortgage lenders, title agencies, and insurance providers, all in an effort to dig into Letitia James' real estate dealings. It appears the Department of Justice is building a criminal case. The controversy centers around a property in Virginia, which James co-owns allegedly with a family member, her niece. The issue is the documents suggest that she claimed this home would be her primary residence, a designation that would qualify her for better mortgage terms. Because you have to remember that lenders find homes that you will actually live in lower risk because you're more likely to pay your mortgage on a home that you actually live in. But as the New York Attorney General, she's required to reside in New York. So either she wasn't living in Virginia and committed loan fraud, or she was ineligible to hold her current office as the New York Attorney General. But remember, 2 weeks prior to her moving into this Virginia property, she supposedly sent them a casual email saying, "Oops, I will not be occupying the residence. My niece, Shamise, will be the sole occupant." First off, they should have thrown the loan out altogether as soon as they received her email claiming that she will no longer be occupying the dwelling. Letitia James likes to chop it up to, "Why would I claim to live in Virginia? That would be a long drive to the office."
They're claiming that I engaged in mortgage fraud, that I somehow decided that I was a resident of Virginia, which would be some commute every morning to the office at 28 Liberty.
She's completely ignoring the fact that whether she planned to live there or not, she was giving better mortgage terms because she claimed that she would be living at the property on the documents. And that's fraud.
It just seems to me so incredibly dumb that it's hard to believe, right? That the sitting Attorney General of New York would list her principal residence in Virginia, knowing that she's stepping into a beehive, right? I mean, a hornet's nest, whatever you want to call it, with regard to Trump. I mean, I guess I'm not quite yet giving her the benefit of the doubt because it seems to me so ridiculous that you would think you could get away with that.
Look, I don't know what her intention was when she signed that power of attorney claiming that this home in Virginia was going to be her principal residence, but everything happens in context, right, Dan? I mean, the context of that document, it's 2023. Joe Biden is the president. 2023, it's in her mind, Joe Biden is going to be reelected president, and she's doing all that she can in 2023 to prevent Donald J. Trump from being elected president. So, and it's in Virginia. Who's going to be looking at this document? Who's going to be even aware that she's buying this home in Virginia? So again, I don't know what her intentions were, but I'm pointing to the atmospherics that surrounded, her conduct in 2023. If she indeed did sign that power of attorney, which it looks like she did, where she attested that this was going to be her personal residence, perhaps she thought that it was never going to be uncovered.
That's exactly what was going on. She figured she would sue Trump over and over to deter him from running for president again, and then have the public turn against him and not vote for him. That way, Biden will be in power and her fraudulent doings will stay under wraps. Boy, was she wrong. And I think she just got way too comfortable. Like, she really began to think that she was untouchable. And not to mention, they really thought Biden was going to assume office again. Sleepy Joe was rapidly declining before our eyes, and yet they paraded him around as if he had a clue what was going on in the world around him. That's elder abuse. And Jill allowed this? to go on every single day, right in her face. Fellas, y'all better find better wives. Anyways, if the DOJ is smart, her Virginia mortgage fraud case should be handled in Virginia and not New York. That way, she won't have the home turf advantage. James hasn't remained silent on the issue. Her office has labeled this entire investigation as a political hit job, saying Trump wants retribution and finally pulled up to the J's. Like, she really thinks this is retaliation after she won a major fraud case against him. Now, what case? The one where Trump was ordered to pay nearly $500 million. Well, he's obviously appealing the ruling, and rightfully so. She has claimed 1,000,000 times that the allegations are baseless, but I've never heard her say that she's innocent. It's baseless. This is retribution. He's just out to get me. But she has never stated that she's innocent and that she didn't do anything wrong. And in fact, in an interview with Chris Hayes, it almost sounded to me like she admitted to doing those things, just not to the extent of Trump. Take a listen.
But somehow, what I did was basically similar to what Donald Trump engaged in. And there's just no comparison. The allegations against me are totally baseless.
And here's where it gets a little murky. So Letitia James has already hired high-profile defense attorney Abby Lowell, you know, the one who previously represented Biden. And allegedly, the New York State Attorney General office is footing the legal bill. She is unhinged. Like, she cannot use state funds to defend her against personal mortgage fraud. And if it's true, that's a huge breach of ethics. To make matters worse, reports suggest her office has been leaking information to the New York Times, possibly turning members of her own staff into witnesses if the DOJ decides to move forward with the charges. That is a reckless legal strategy. Look, whatever you think this is, accountability or a political circus, the fact is the subpoenas are real, the documents are coming, and the clock is ticking. What do you all think? Is this real justice or a political theater? And should she be forced to step down imminently? If this kind of honest commentary brings you value, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any updates. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.